there's never a boring day in the crypto world. So Ledger had just announced the latest feature, the Ledger Recover, which lets you back up your seed phrase so that if you ever lose it, you will still be able to recover it and access your cryptos. That should be a good thing, right? Well, yes, but no. Based on everyone's reaction online, you can already tell that everyone hated this. So in this video, I will give you a quick update as to what this whole hoo-ha is about. Should you be worried? And more importantly, what can you do next? Also, I've recently created a new Telegram chat group which you can join to discuss and chat with one another. With that being said, let's jump right in. Okay, let me just bring you up to speed as to what's going on. As mentioned earlier, Ledger Recover is a new feature that lets you back up your seed phrase. This feature is only available on the Ledger Nano X and comes with the latest 2.2.1 update. To use it, you have to first opt in and you will need to pay money to use it. But this feature is not exactly cheap either, as it will cost you 2 cai fan with fish or $9.99 a month to use. Then what will happen is that the seed phrase will be broken up into 3 pieces, and each of the pieces are encrypted and sent separately to 3 different provider companies: Ledger, CoinCover, and a third provider. But before we get super angry and KB about Ledger, let's first calm ourselves down and analyze this. Why is Ledger doing this? Because they want to steal our... Just kidding. I'm quite sure that if they wanted to steal our cryptos, they would have done so already, given that so many people are parking their cryptos with Ledger. I feel that the reason they are doing this is because they are trying to solve a need for people who are super blur and tend to lose their seed phrase all the time. But then, I will argue that most of the people who use a cold wallet are actually the more pro ones, because they have gone through a whole crypto disaster over the past 1 to 2 years, like FTX collapse, BlockFi collapse, Voyager, Celsius, and yes, even that stupid Hodlnaut, KNN Hodlnaut. And after going through that painful period, people now realize that it's safer to keep their cryptos in a cold wallet. To most people, the most obvious cold wallet to use is Ledger, because it's currently the most popular one. That's why when Ledger introduced the recover feature, everyone be like, ah shit, here we go again. Now, obviously, there's a super big red flag to the feature, which is someone else will not have access to your seed phrase. And this is bad because when they have access to your seed phrase, they can access your private key, then access your crypto and steal them. This whole Ledger Recover feature is pretty ironic, given that Ledger has said time and time again that an offline key is the only key, and a key stored online is simply not safe, while emphasizing that you should not share your private keys with anyone. And now, they say that you can trust your seed phrase with them. Basically, they'll be like, trust me bro, win liao lo. And in order to calm everyone down, Ledger reminded that this is an opt-in feature. Otherwise, the backup is never created. But that just pissed people off even more. As someone puts it, it would have been better if Ledger launched their recovery service in an entirely new product, like a Ledger hot wallet. That way, everyone will be happy. The crypto bros will get to keep their seed phrase, the blur people will get to back up their key, and Ledger will get to earn more money. Voila! Good news! Weeboo has decided to extend their super generous promotion by another month. By just funding any amount into Weeboo and maintaining the funds in the account for 30 days, you will get 5 free shares worth up to $500 US. But wait, that's not all. This time, you will also get a chance to win a Tesla Model 3. So, it's getting super exciting, yeah? Besides the awesome sign-up gifts, Weeboo also has some super attractive features, like the Money Boo, which lets you earn up to 4+% interest on your idle funds, in-depth analysis tools, free market data, and a global community. So, if you still have not signed up to Weeboo yet, chop quickly sign up for it using my link down below, because this super generous deal will not last long. With that being said, let's get back to the video. But nevertheless, this exposes a few important flaws. One, Ledger doesn't publish their code at all. So the only thing that we can do is to trust that Ledger is telling the truth. Prior to this, Ledger has said that your private keys will never leave the secure element chip. And it's so secure that even a firmware update will not be able to extract the private keys from the chip. And everyone be like, okay, can. But now they are saying that it has always been possible to write firmware that facilitates key extraction. Oh. People have been asking Ledger to make the code open source so that they can verify it for themselves. But so far, it seems like Ledger doesn't want to do it, which makes it a little hard for us to trust them. There are a lot of problems with this feature. One, Ledger is not immune to hacks. Back in 2020, Ledger had a security breach, which resulted in 270,000 customer info being leaked. Can you imagine what would happen if we kept our seed phrase with them and they accidentally leaked it? That would be a disaster, right? Second, while it's true that the keys are split and stored with 3 companies, theoretically, there's nothing stopping them from joining back the keys and stealing our crypto. Third, if it's possible to extract the private keys from the chip, then there's also a possibility that the hackers are able to extract those keys too. Fourth, by using the recover feature, you would have to verify your identity, which means that if your data is leaked, everyone will know how much crypto you have, which would be bad, right? Because you wouldn't want people to know how many PP coins you have, right? So, what's next? Personally, I'm not that worried yet, though my trust in Ledger has dropped. Besides Ledger, the next most popular cold wallet is Trezor. I actually bought it a few months ago, but I've yet to use it. Fun fact, when the Ledger saga started, Trezor suddenly emailed me and be like, hello, remember me? For Trezor, the good thing is that their code is open source, so you can actually verify it if you even know how to. But then, are you sure that they are actually using the code that they publish? Or maybe they have some super secret backdoor code that they never release? Just some conspiracy theory, yeah. I'm not saying that it is true, yeah. Not only that, Trezor has recently implemented CoinJoin, a feature that allows the government to block illegal transactions. So there's a whole privacy concern surrounding it. Besides these two, there are a lot more cold wallets that you can choose from. But it's back to the same question again. Can we trust any of them? Guess what? There's actually a solution to all this problem. And that is, don't buy cryptos lor. No cryptos, no problem. Just kidding. But not really, yeah. Anyway, the real solution is actually to use something called an air-gapped wallet. So the special thing about an air-gapped wallet is that it's completely disconnected from the internet. There's no USB cable, no Bluetooth, no Wi-Fi or NFC. And the only way you would use it is to verify via a QR code to do your transactions. And because it doesn't connect to any device, this makes it a lot safer compared to a normal cold wallet. So if you want to get an air-gapped wallet that's open source, you can consider these brands: AirGap, Coldcard, KeepKey, and Keystone Pro. Though you will have to do further research because most of these wallets don't support shitcoins, I mean less popular altcoins. Or if you want, you can just comment down below if you want me to make a video on which air-gapped wallet to use. If there's enough people wanting it, I will do that. As for me, currently all my cryptos are still with Ledger and I've yet to transfer out. But I'll be monitoring this situation closely and let you guys know if there's any updates. Anyway, that's all for this video. Hopefully you find it useful. Like, share and subscribe as I'll be posting new videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday.